Okay. What's going on, everybody? So this is the ultimate 432 hertz versus 440 hertz explanation. In simple terms, it's simple, yo. We're just gonna go to the simplicity of it. Yeah, there's a science behind it, but we're gonna go into the simplicity of it. Simplicity is you either feel it or you don't. That's it. You either feel it or you don't. People like to some people like to neglect feeling. Right? You're taught in your job, put your feelings aside. No, you need to be resonating at a high frequency all the time. Okay? At a high and relaxed and mellow, steady, firm, patient frequency. So we already know that 440, 432, we already seen the cymatics. However, we also know that even your devices, when you go pick a song that supposedly is in 432 hertz, if you have your ear, you trust your ear well enough, you train, okay, then you can tell whether the 432 hertz video is actually in 432 hertz or whether you're going to have to tweak and transpose it maybe using a transposer online. That's where perfect pitch comes in. Yes, perfect pitch exists. Life is perfect. The imperfections, what seem like imperfection, make it perfect. So in essence, it is perfect. Okay? So there is a perfection to energy, frequencies, and vibrations. There's a formula. There's real world effects, not just things that you can measure with numbers. Those are helpful. But then you also have your internal system of measurement, your energetic internal system of measurement, your internal energetic system of measurement. Yeah, energetic measuring system, internal energetic measuring system. Yeah. The IEMS. Internal energetic measuring system. Can you feel it? Can you feel the difference? All right? Goosebumps. Okay? Goosebumps is one. This is frequency. This is electricity. This is energy. It's static. It's moving. It's alive. Okay? This is current. Okay? You are current. So if you are current and you're listening to something that doesn't really work with your current or get your current moving or flow really well and add to the movement of your current and bring that resonance to your current, then obviously it's not going to flow right. It may sound nice, but it ain't going to feel the same. One thing is when you listen. Another thing is when you listen to the point that it actually feels, you listen internally, not just with your ears, but you listen also internally. You pay attention, not just with your ears listening, your senses of listening. You also pay attention to your senses of feeling. There's a big difference that is felt in 432 versus 440. And for those who practice perfect pitch, again, sometimes when we look at certain videos that say they're 432 hertz on YouTube, even those videos, they've been amped up. Some of them have been amped up, the frequency. Your devices been amped up. Some of them have been changed. Okay, maybe even some of your measuring devices have been changed. So ultimately, what I say is find those frequencies that definitely feel good. Find emotion. Some people play with something called the circle of fifths. And how the circle of fifths, I believe that was it, the pentatonic circle of fifths, is able to create music and flow from one thing to another. Other people use circle of fifths or another circle of certain chords when it comes to jazz music, okay? Now, some of those chords, some of those movements of those chords produce a lot of goosebumps when you have 432 hertz into it. Okay. And this is why some people take the time to, when they're making their music, some people, other artists, don't just focus on how good it sounds. They're like, how good does it feel? Like, if I'm singing this song, if I'm making a song, can I say that not only does it sound good, but man, does it feel good? Because it's one thing when I'm prideful in my work and it sounds great and wow, I do feel good. But then there's this extra satisfaction and fulfillment that comes when I make a song that every chord, every song, every lyric, every aspect, from the musical notes to the melody, and to the instruments, every aspect, to the frequency, every aspect of it feels incredible. Like, I feel hype, I feel the motion. Like, wow, it just carries me from one to another. I can ride it, I can play with the feeling. You know, some people you could generate your own goosebumps right now. All right, you move a certain way, okay, and you have goosebumps that you start to generate. Then you can play with that feeling. Now, when you see how that feeling connects with your music making process, holy shit, man, you in for some powerful shit. You're in for some powerful shit, some powerful revelations, guarantee. Okay, so keep growing and keep remembering, and keep reminding yourselves that yes, there is a big difference with certain frequencies. It's not only heard, but it is felt. So let's explore this felt area. How much more can we feel of these frequencies? If I start to play around with this frequency of 432 hertz, and I start to play with the different notes that I make in my music, all right, I start to follow this feeling and then find something else that connects me to the feeling. Because you know, your music also tells you a story. So if your music is telling you a story, okay, and you want to tell a story through your music, well, obviously there's several aspects that's going to add to the goosebumps, but that frequency is also very important too. All right, it's the difference between a wow, that sounded incredible, that was amazing, that was truly beautiful, versus wow, that sounded and felt incredible, truly amazing, truly beautiful. Oh my god, I'm elated. All right, did I use that word right? Elated. Yeah, I'm elated. It's a big kind, it's a different kind of wow. It's another level of wow. All right, y'all, that's all I got for now. All right, what else should I be doing? Predator. Namaste, y'all. Peace.